All right. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and it has been a weekend. It's been an interesting weekend, and I'll tell you guys more about it later if you want to hear. But I had some pretty big internet issues that I think we've managed to solve. So that is the hope. Keep an eye out for it. But I think it was my cabling that was the issue. So MRX is here, man. Good to see you. Thank you. I'm going to assume that is your like on the board. So thank you much. So I figure the big thing we can do right now is we tried 100% Cavalier EQ, and as you can see, I am one playthrough away from being done with that. So we're going to go ahead and take this team in here. We've got Joe Fixit, Mr. Negative, Dr. Doom, the Human Torch, and Void. And we're just going to go in here and try to knock it out. So hopefully we can do that. Here we go. So, anyways, guys, how has your weekend been? What have you been up to? Any good polls? Any fun experiences to be had in the meat spaces? Tell me, I would like to know. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and grab. Yeah, I'm gonna take Void in for a little while. Actually, you know what? I think once I'm done here, I'll start pulling out Joe Fixit and see how he works. I actually did use him in a previous playthrough, and I was kind of surprised at how much fun he was to play. So there you go, America. And I'm just going to try to put as many debuffs on her as I can get away with. Oh, please. There was no way. Alright, well, there we go. She got plenty of debuffs on her. And she's done. And we're done. So, so for the most part, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the gore fight. For the most part, he's okay, but like his regen really, and it doesn't activate all the time, but when it does, it really pisses me off. Like, oh wow, Joe Fixit would actually be horrible to take in against Cable right now. I'm gonna take in Mr. Negative instead and see if we can put some degens on him and knock him out that way. We'll see. All right, come on, Nathan, hit me. What? I dodged back and now. You want to try that again? You apparently do. Alright, and bunch of degens on you. How's that? And then we're just gonna start building right back up to it again. Come on, man. Now's the time. It's all right. And boom, boom, mommy, mommy. Good night. That was actually a lot of fun. All right, today taking your 5-star CGR to rank 4 with Alliance Quest rewards. Not sure if he's worth it, but I'll listen to popular opinion. I mean, I like him. Dude can really put out some damage when you play a cycle correctly. He's got an unblockable special one that puts incinerates on people. I mean, I think overall you really can't go wrong with them. All right, let's go ahead and try out Joe on Ms. Spider-Gwen here. Stupid evading little spider. All right, and there we go. Come on, throw it. I know you want to. There we go. Stick a bunch of bleeds on her. You know, it's just it's the cost of doing business. You know. Come on. And again, we're just gonna put those right back on her. And she did. And dude came out of it with like dude came out of it with 100% health. Like, gotta love that. So hey, Trill Willis here. Nice to see you. And I see another like on the board, so I'm going to throw out another one as a just-in-case measure, because, again, YouTube does not like to show me everything that it knows, so I'm going to go ahead and go. So thank you, guys, for the engagement. I really appreciate it, and the support. Hopefully you guys know by now that I think you're freaking awesome, so... Alright, and we're going to take him back in against Angela, see how this goes. Now, I have faced Gore with this team before, and I did have to use some team revives. But it was mostly because his regen kicked in, and it just pissed me off. Dude went from like 7% health to like 79% health. I was so mad. Oh, nice. Nice try there. Nice try there, Ms. Angela. I can appreciate the amount of work you've put in here, but I think I gotta stick with me and mine for at least a little while. And now, have some more bleeds. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. I want you to. All right. Okay. Gore, I cheesed with Doom and backhanded him the whole fight. I mean, maybe I should try that. Open a Cosmic Tech Crystal, pull a 5-star Herc. Robert Jeffries, first of all, welcome. Are you telling me that because you did it and you're doing it to make me jealous? Because that's the main reason that I get those 5-star Cosmic Tech Dual Crystals. So, anyway, congratulations on pulling him. Congratulations on pulling him. So, alright, let's see. Dr. Doom versus the Bird Boy. I still say we should take in Joph and see how he handles it. So, we're going to do that. Alright. Come here, Tombs. That's what I'm about to put you in. A couple of Tombs. Hey, do you like bullets? You do? Well, have I got some good news for you, buddy. And we're just gonna riddle him with holes. I mean, again, you know, I wasn't too strong on Joe Fixit before, but dude is he's got some decent he's got some decent DOT game here if you just kind of keep applying them. So I can dig it. I still think I'm inclined to take Mr. Negative to rank 2 before Joe because I just enjoy playing him so much. But I'm not gonna lie, Joe is decent. So I'm not come here. Alright, come here, Mojo. Alright. Okay, now get away from me. Uh-oh, someone's got an anti-life field up. That's not good. Come here. Oh, look, there's that stupid anti-life field again. You know that's annoying, right, Mojo? You know nobody likes you because, right? Alright, there we go. Come on, you better throw that special. Come on. Yep, that's annoying too. Oh, whatever. I shouldn't have gotten hit with a degen. Alright, I'ma bleed you some more. Oh, look, you've got a frickin' special 3. Alright, well, it was fun playing Joe Fix-It for a little while. But, you know, it's okay. Boom. Nighty-night, guys. Alright, last pulls were Cap Infinity War, Archangel, Mangog, Sorcerer Supreme, and her. Jesus, dude! Like, my last pull of note, I think, was OG Cap. So, you know, what you can with what you've got, I suppose. Actually, you know what? Let's throw Mr. Negative in here now. You want to start hitting me with degens? Fine. Come on, boy. Let's do this. Come on. Come on, bring it. Okay, what do you think of that, Mojo? Do you like it? Is it good for your ratings? Tell me. I really want to know. Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, that's why I like Mr. Negative, you know? He can do stuff like that. Alright, and now, here we go, guys. We win this fight. We basically 100% Cavalier EQ. For the first time ever, by the way. For the first time ever. This will be my first time doing it, so we'll see how it goes. Aptitude is here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Come right in, step right up. Okay, so don't laugh at me too much if I don't win here, because Gore is still kind of a pain in the butt. So, but we'll see. Alright. Boom. Boom. Alright, come on. There we go. Shouldn't have done that, but, you know, I do all kinds of things I shouldn't do. So. I mean, I just love that little degen trick with Mr. Negative. Now, it's not perfect. You can definitely screw it up, but, like, when it works, that thing is just on. Come on. I imagine you must want to throw a special by now. Boom. Boom and boom. There we go. Got him in the corner and pin slapped him. Did you just spam the heavy? Is that what you did? Because I guarantee you that would be a funny thing to put on TikTok. There we go. Didn't want to do that. Okay, see, that heal pisses me off. Alright, come and get it. Oh, are you at full power? Well, that just sucks for me, doesn't it? Spammed it. Yeah, I'll bet it was funny. I wouldn't have been able to do it because I would have been too busy laughing. I mean, I'm still enjoying the Doom cycle. I mean, we'll just get in here and just, you know, as I like to say, run his ass over with it, you know? And we KO'd him. Okay, we one-shot him with Doom. One-shot him. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a good time with that. Gotta love some Doom, though. Alright, guys. And... we got it. We got it. We just... got it. Okay. Aptitude says that he lucked out a couple nights ago. Tell me about it. Okay, so look at this. We got a T5 basic. We got 10 of these very, very nice 6-star signature stone crystals. Got a 10% T5 class catalyst fragment. Wait, Nexus? It's a Nexus crystal? Really? That is interesting. We got a 2%. We got some 5-star sig stones. We got a bunch of tasty stuff here. Like, this is really good. Oh, Nightbot, what the hell, man? Why are you censoring my viewers? So I popped a daily crystal, almost some T2 alpha, but nah, it's 10k 6-star shards, and then pulled a Doom. Nice, man, very nice. Aptitude, have you sent me your YouTube channel URL? Because you should do that, so that way I can make you a friend of the channel, and then Nightbot will not be able to Nightbot you. So, because I don't know why he did that. I guess because you spoke in all caps when you said you pulled Doom, so. Okay, so find your YouTube channel URL and then send it to me on Discord, and then I'll put you in right now. So, I mean, just let me know when you've done it. If you don't know how to find your YouTube channel URL, I would just Google it, because I don't know if you're on mobile or on your PC. So, and it's going to differ depending on which platform you're on. So cool, we're done here. This is nice. All right, okay, and then we got this. We got some T6 alpha shards and some T3, or some T6 basic shards and some T3 alpha shards. So, boom. And guys, I mean, this is my first time doing this, so I have got to, I gotta go, well, first of all, we got 100, we gotta take a picture of this, because that'll be going up on Instagram and the community tab in the next, I don't know, sometime this evening. So now what we want to do is let's go over to our inventory, look at our catalyst, and everybody take a look at my very first fully formed T6 basic catalyst. Now what? I need like what, 2 more in order to get a rank 4. So you know we still got a ways to go. But and then there's the first T3 alpha. So you know. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about it. So, you know, happy. Alright, so let's see. Trillwill needs to do the same thing for those rewards. You're halfway there now. Yeah, no, it's just funny too, because I've got a bunch of energy refills just like hanging out waiting to be used. Let me go ahead and grab some of these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I need to use in the next day or two. Some of them I need to use in the next 5 hours or so. So yeah, I guess that means I'm going to be doing a lot of farming for revives. So, but then I use some T2 some. God, what are these called? The revives, the team revives. Like I've been using those too. So, but yeah, got a lot of them here. All right, Alan Copeland is here. Nice to see you. And we got 2 more likes on the board, so thank you guys. Much appreciated. Appreciate the support, appreciate the engagement. It's just, it warms my heart so much. So, all right, but so we've gone and done that. We have taken care, we have 100%ed my very first Cavalier event quest, so that makes me happy. I now have the title Butcher of Guards, which I'm probably never going to use because I like to be a friendly neighborhood summoner. So that's my Spidey title, and I'm keeping it. So, all right, need to start doing the hard stuff like Abyss and Karina's challenges. I mean, you could. I just don't. So, but to each his own, man. Alright, let's see. So now, we could either do side quests, which I definitely need to do. Actually, we could work on Eternity of Pain as well. And then I haven't touched the arenas. So these are all things that we could do. I'm going to go ahead and just open up a poll and let you guys decide what to do next. So let's see, we're done. We're gonna put SQ in, side quest. We're gonna put EOP in, and then we're gonna put arenas in. And I'll let you guys decide what we do next. So it is 8 minutes after the hour, so I'll give you about 2 minutes to vote. I see that there's 9 people in the chat right now, so go make your voice heard. Tell me what you think we should do. Solid Snake is saying EOP, side quest, and then arena. They all cost 0 energy. They do. They do. I mean, I could farm for revives before we go do EOP. Although, to be perfectly fair, let's take a look, because I've got quite a few revives right now. I've got 17 level 1 revives, so I mean we could mine a couple of them out, and then maybe do EOP. I don't know. Okay, right now we've got 5 votes in. We got most of them saying EOP. We got 1 saying side quest, and I see that there are still 4 more people in. Okay, so 6 votes. There we go. So 3 more of you. Come on, guys. Cast your vote. Make your voices heard. Tell me what you want so I can try to give it to you. What do you say? Huh? So, which objective do I need for EOP? Archangel. The X-Men one. So. Alright. Like, Solid Snake, you were absolutely right when you said that none of those cost any energy. So, all right, 7 votes in. I see nine viewers, so we got 2 more votes. Come on, guys, cast them. Cast them like spells, you know? Cast a spell and something new happens. Cast a vote and something new could happen too. So, all right, and we're gonna hit the 2-minute mark here, and it looks like we just did. So we're gonna go ahead and end the poll, and it looks like we got 7 votes. We had 86% of people saying EOP. So EOP will be what we do next, but I'm gonna do like Solid Snake kind of suggested, and we're gonna actually do the we're gonna spend some energy and farm some revives first. Maybe see if we can get a stash, but I say let's at least use like a couple of energy refills before we go jumping into EOP. But EOP will be the next thing we do. So, all right, and my overflow is giving Solid anxiety. We can't have that, okay? We need Solid calm so that he can give me good advice. So we're just gonna go ahead and see. I might have left this one behind before I did EQ because it might not have had any revives in it, in which case we're just gonna have to run through it anyways to reset it. Yeah, it doesn't look like we got any, and that's fine. I'm not worried about it because, as you guys can see, we've got plenty of energy. So we're just going to go ahead and throw down on... fine, we'll throw down on mutants. And we'll just auto this and chill. And you guys can tell me how your weekend is going. And, oh my god, guys, Comic-Con. Have you guys seen the announcements? Like, I knew there were going to be announcements, but like, have you guys seen the announcements for Comic-Con? I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here, okay? I have not watched any of the trailers that dropped during Comic-Con. And I'm thinking tonight, because I'm planning to stream tonight, okay? And I'm thinking, here's what we do, all right? We take a vote, and we let you guys decide which trailers you want me to stream live reactions to. All right, like that's gonna be like a significant chunk of tonight's stream. All right, we're gonna do MCoC, and that's fine. But I'm gonna do trailer reactions live for you guys, and then I'll cut them up into videos and put those on the site. But what do you guys think? You guys think that'll be a good way to pass the time, such as it were? Aptitude says all of them. 2 Avenger movies in 1 year. Take my money, please. And I like that it's like 3 years from now, because it's like, you know, we only had the big epic Avengers movies like 3 years ago, believe it or not. Like 2019, that's when we had Endgame. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh my god, you know, because I was telling people, I think waiting about 5 or 6 years between like big Avengers movies is a good strategy for Marvel Studios. And you know what? They proved me right. That's all I got to say. So, I still have not seen Thor: Love and Thunder. A bunch of things have stopped me from watching it. But I do intend to go see it at some point in the near future. I might go see it like tomorrow night, or I might go see it Thursday night, because I'll have a 3-day weekend coming up. But like whenever I've tried to go see it, one thing or another has just kept me from doing it. Like I went to go have dinner with my little sister one night because I never see her anymore, and so like I went to dinner with her instead. Then like one night when I was gonna go and watch the movie, the theater that was playing the movie, their air conditioner wasn't working, and basically if I wanted an air-conditioned theater, I had to wait like nearly an hour for another showing, and I didn't have the time. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it's just like a number of different little things have kind of gotten in the way. I am gonna go see it. I'm not going to wait until it's on Disney Plus because, yeah, no. So, but yes, I will go ahead and see it. Will it be streaming after 7? Yes. I plan to stream after 7. I'm only going to stream until about 6 o'clock here. So, and then I need to take care of dinner, but then I'll probably do a stream tonight starting at around 8:30. And we'll go until I'm ready to go to sleep. But that's the stream where we'll be talking about, okay, what am I going to react to? And in what order? And all that good stuff. So, all right. MRX, don't worry about it, man. If you miss out, I mean, you know, there's no attendance requirement, so don't worry about it. But I appreciate the heads up. So, all right, you're waiting until it's on Plus. That's fair. I mean, I've definitely got Disney Plus, but at least at the moment, I'm just like, you know, it's out in theaters. I've got the AMC A-list membership. I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, do that thing. So, why is the AI so stupid? I don't get it. Like, you could totally end this fight. But whatever. All right, but yeah. Well, let's see. Like, what did they drop trailers for? They dropped trailers for I Am Groot. They dropped trailers for. Did they drop one for? Did they drop one for Black Panther, or am I just imagining that? What else? Too cheap with kids and too expensive for family movie night. That's completely fair. Completely fair. What else? What other trailers did they drop? I'm mostly thinking of the Marvel stuff, but like, I mean, I'll do reactions to other trailers. I just don't know if I'll make videos for them off of the live stream. So, but I know that they put out a teaser for Picard season 3, which made me happy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to see what you guys would like to see me react. Throw out suggestions. I think didn't they make a Black Adam trailer? Like, didn't they drop a Black Adam trailer? And which, you know, I mean, like, we can watch that. I'm okay with it. I see another like on the board. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the engagement and the support. You guys are amazing. They have a newer She-Hulk trailer. Oh, I'll definitely react to that. I'm excited for She-Hulk. So, all right, let's see. Can we find some revives this time around? So far, nothing. We're about halfway through. I see a full revive, a full energy revive, so that's nice. Come on, guys. Don't be cheap. Okay, alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We take path D, grab that energy revive, then we cycle back and come through and do path F. So yeah, D, then F. Alright, and for the D path run, I am not going to do I'm not going to auto this. I'm just going to go in and start throwing down, so. Alright, Alan Copeland is heading off to church. Okay, well, thank you very much. There's the honor rewards, yay. So, let's go on. There's a John Wick 4, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a John Wick 4 trailer. So that's cool. I'll definitely watch that. Larson is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let's just take out this tiny little Mr. Negative here. We can go ahead and do that. Mr. Martin Lee, how are you doing? No offense, sir, but you are in my way and I must take you out. And I don't mean on a date. Alright, let's Keep it going forward. Boom. There is that delicious looking energy refill. We gonna grab it, and then we gonna grab that revive. And then we'll see. Dr. Strange is here. Good to see you, my friend. I'm just throwing down on scrubs here. On scrub AI, basically. And farming some revives. So, but how are you doing? How are things in your world, my friend? All right. And you know what? I'm just gonna kick this A-bomb's butt because it's right there and I can kick it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right. How you doing, Abomination? Good to see you. You're kind of in my way, so I need to knock you on your butt. It's nothing personal, but it kind of is. You know, it do be like that sometimes. All right, so now this is where we restart the stage. We take path F and we just auto that. So there we go, path F, auto, and here we go. Everything is decent. This weekend has been an interesting weekend for me. I mean, I worked on Saturday, which is not that interesting, just kind of, you know, free time that I didn't get to myself. But we were having some serious internet issues at home, and we ended up having to replace the routers. But even after we replaced the routers, I still wasn't connecting to the internet. And we basically made the determination that there was an issue with my cabling, so we cut some new cable, and that seems to have fixed it, so that's good. Hopefully that means I won't be having any more dropped streams, which, god damn, was that annoying. Things have been pretty smooth today, though. I mean, we just fixed it, so. And another like is on the board. Thank you. What did I think of all the info regarding Marvel's plans for upcoming movies and such? I was just happy to see a bunch of announcements. The stuff I was most interested in, of course, was Spider-Man Freshman Year, which I'm actually gonna, like, I mean, I have opinions about it, but I'm actually gonna save my opinions because next Sunday, next weekend, I'm gonna be doing episode 2 of the Spidey Librarian Action Hour, Volume 2, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Spider-Man Freshman Year during that time. So, but Phase 5 and Phase 6 feels rushed. I mean, really, as far as I'm concerned, the Avengers movies are kind of the they don't technically bookend the phases, but to me, those are like kind of when you hit an Avengers movie, then your phase is coming to an end. There might be like 1 or 2 movies after it. So as far as I'm concerned, Phase 5 is not going to end until 2025. Unless they give me a really good reason for it, which I haven't seen one at this point. So it doesn't mean that my mind won't be changed, but yeah, Kevin Feige just saying, no, that's when this is Phase 5 and 6. I don't accept that any more than I accept that the MCU is considered Earth 616. It's not. I don't care what Kevin Feige says. The comics are 616, and Kevin Feige can kiss my ass by saying otherwise. Like that. That's like the one decision that he's made that I've just been like this for. Like, no. You don't get to say that. You're an asshole if you say that. So. But, yeah, like, him just saying this is Phase 5 and Phase 6, no, I don't agree with it. Like, we're not getting to the end of Phase 5 until we get to those Avengers movie. Then we're getting close to the end of Phase 5. You know? Like, this is how he structured it, and boy needs to adhere to it, you know? Which, by the way, Iman Vellani actually agrees with me. She actually called out Kevin Feige publicly and told him, no, the comics are Earth 616, because they always have been. So, there's no Spider-Man movie coming from the MCU. There is Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is it's going to be a Disney Plus show, and it's animated, and it looks like it's going to take place in a different multiverse. That's what everything seems to suggest. So we'll see what happens. So, Lorson, you're welcome to your wrong opinions, but you know, you're not going to change mine. So, you know, I mean, I'll admit Kevin Feige hasn't been perfect, but for the most part, I think he has done an excellent job of steering the behemoth ship that is the MCU. And you know, I mean, if you disagree, you're welcome to disagree. I will probably think you're wrong, but you know, we're all welcome to our own opinions here. So. All right. Feels like quantity over quality at this point. I mean, I haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder. I've heard people complaining about it. But really, I mean, like, I don't see anything wrong with any of the shows that we've gotten so far. Like, nothing significantly wrong. I would say that the biggest stumble has been the Eternals. But I don't even think the Eternals was that bad, you know? It's like, I think the Eternals was a good example of a different approach to an MCU property. And I feel like they maybe took on a bit too much for one movie. But I mean, I kind of agree with the idea. I kind of agree with the premise that if Marvel just kind of adheres to the same kind of action/humor formula, the movies are going to get stale. And so I think that another approach is going to be necessary down the line. Okay, Path B is looking good. Ooh, Path B has got an energy refill. All right, so we're gonna Path B, and then we're gonna Path E. And just to be sure, yeah, it doesn't really matter which one we go first. So we're gonna go ahead and just get Path B out of the way. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, Lorson. I'm a big comic book fan too. I totally get. So, Kevin Lopez, welcome. Why are we talking about you? Talking about Kevin Feige, but if you're Kevin Feige under a different name, then, you know, reveal yourself. Now, Dr. Doom 2099. Hi, how you doing? Longer vacation than expected. That's that's good though, right? That's got to be good. Long vacations can't be bad, right? I suppose they could. Biggest gripe is the amount of plot lines they created from the post-credit scene and or other ways. Well, I mean, Doctor Strange, I'm not trying to devalue your opinion or anything, but you got to understand that that's just what Marvel movies are, though. One of the big things that they just regularly do is they interconnect. And, like, post-credit scenes are just, like, they may not have invented the post-credit scene, but they certainly made it into the art form that other movies are using today. And so, like, I have a hard time understanding why that's a valid complaint, given that this is the MCU. This is just what they do, you know? That's like hating fire because it burns you, you know? Like, I don't like fire because well, I mean, that's what it does, you know? So, and again, like, I I understand if that's a frustrating point for you, but then part of me is going, well, why are you watching these then? Oh, right, and I need to actually fight here, so hold on. I'm gonna look away from the chat for a second. But I mean, like, you know, I mean, like, I've read the comics. I love the comics. I think they're great. I do think that if you're someone out there who thinks that the MCU should just be recreating the comics, I strongly disagree with that opinion. I think that the comic books are good as a source of inspiration, but I also don't think you need to slavishly adhere to them, because then you don't have a cinematic universe. You just have you have a motion comic at that point, and that's not what these are, in my opinion. And Larson says he could take an hour ranting about the MCU. I mean, there are aspects about the MCU that I have issues with. I don't necessarily like that Tony Stark is the creator of Ultron. Like, that flies in the face of the comics. And I feel like they could have modified that in a way that at least gave some homage to Hank Pym that they just never did. And that is a thing that annoyed me about that decision. But, you know, like, you know, again, they did what they did, you know, with no input from me, frankly. So, post-credit scenes don't feel like they're connected. They're just all over the place. Before Endgame, post-credit scene felt connected and led up to Endgame and Thanos. Not all of them did. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming was pre-Endgame. You know, like that was a big one. Captain America post-credit was just basically a trailer for the Avengers, which I guess you could argue, yeah, that technically leads to Thanos, but you know, I mean, all they did was stick a trailer, like, you know, at the end of it. So, all right, I guess I'll beat up Namor before we go and do the other path. Overarching, rather. I mean, again, like, I can agree with you mostly, but I don't think that statement can be 100% true, you know? Always look forward to the post-credit scene, Lorson. Even Spider-Man Homecomings? I mean, like, and I loved Spider-Man Homecoming, and I know that there are Spidey comic book purists who will bitch at me for saying that, okay? But whatever. I love the comics. I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. I did not love that post-credit scene. That post-credit scene was basically Marvel playfully flipping the birds at fans who hung around for a post-credit scene. Which, you know, Marvel created that monster, so I'm like, yeah, I don't care for you doing that, you know? So, all right, let's see. Let's go with the, let's go ahead and restart this, and then I think we're taking path E, right? Let's see. Yes, we are taking path E. And we'll go ahead and let's see. E, boom. And now we're just gonna auto this. And I can re-engage with the chat a little more in live, in real time. So the post-credit scenes are the least of your worries. Well, and in my opinion, like, they should be. The post-credit scenes are fun. The post-credit scenes are where they do the connective tissue sometimes. I mean, they do it in other ways too. Coulson and Black Widow being characters who literally serve as connective tissue, you know. Hulk has done that. I mean, they've done that with a lot of characters. And so, you know, like, that's just what they do. They you know, it is a shared movie universe, just like the comics were when they came out, you know. But I've got people, and I mean, like, if you just go on Spider-Man Twitter, you'll see this, you know. You'll see people griping all the time that, you know, like, no, Spider-Man is Iron Boy Jr., which, you know, yeah, in the MCU, he was. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that what those people are complaining about is that they want to see the Spider-Man from the comics, who is this self-actualized solo superhero who doesn't need anyone. And I think a lot of those people are conveniently forgetting the fact that when Spider-Man came to the MCU had been around for nearly 10 years at that point. You can't just take a young superhero and then drop them into the MCU and then tell the story that you did in like the old Spider-Man comics. You can't logically do that, okay? When Spider-Man got his start in the 60s in the comics, there like the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, like all of that was all happening at more or less the same time, all right? There was room for solo superheroes. You do this with a young teenage superhero in a place like the MCU where the Avengers are well established and everything. I'm sorry, you got to apprentice that superhero. Like, that is just, in order to maintain verisimilitude, you have to do that. And Tony Stark was, in my opinion, a really good person to sponsor a young teenager who had fallen into some powers and who was making, let's be honest here, he was making dumb, stupid teenager decisions, which you're gonna do when you're a teenager, you know? And so it's just like, you know, and by the end of No Way Home, all right, by the end of No Way Home, the people who were bitching about Iron Boy Jr. finally got the self-actualized Peter Parker Spider-Man who won't be depending on anybody that they've always wanted. And I really feel like they were extremely clever about how they gave those complainers what they wanted by showing them, yeah, he's a young superhero. He has to go through all this stuff and then make an adult decision and finally grow up. And again, like, I think going forward, that's the Spider-Man that we're going to get in these movies. And I'm really happy for that. I think the journey made sense. And I think the Iron Boy Jr. people who, you know, who kept lodging that complaint, I honestly think this is what you get for complaining about storytelling that isn't doing it what you want it to do as early as you want to do it. Like, people need to have some patience for narrative storytelling, you know? It's one of the reasons that, like, fandoms in general are so toxic is because people are not patient anymore. People do not want to wait and let things develop over time. That's literally what comic books were. That's literally what a lot of fandoms have been. And I think in this day of social media, fans have more access to creators and other people who might share their viewpoint. And so when they get impatient, however unjustified I feel that impatience is, they find other people who will help amplify that voice. And I'm sorry, but you got to let storytellers tell the story, and you got to let storytellers tell the story in their own way, on their own time. And I feel like that's exactly what happened with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And you know, I think that they deserve to continue doing on, you know. Not a fan of what they did to Thor in Love and Thunder. I haven't seen Love and Thunder, so I need to see it before I make before I can really comment on that remark. But really, you know, like, I don't know. I have to see it. I've enjoyed what they've done with Thor so far, particularly after the Dark World. But I know that Taika Waititi can be hit or miss for a lot of people, and I haven't enjoyed everything that I've seen Taika Waititi do, but I liked Ragnarok, and so I'm willing to kind of trust in him until I see Love and Thunder. So, reason that you're not a fan of the MCU series is because they all or most have a formula, amazing beginning, decent middle, but then a rushed and terrible ending. I mean, like, let's talk about Ms. Marvel, which I think is a wonderful series. I liked. Let's see. It looks like Path B has a revive. Hold on. Let me do my. Whoa, we got 2 paths with revives. C has a revive. Really early one too. Okay. Same on Path B though, and then Path F. Okay, so I think we're gonna do Path B, and then it looks like Path C, because then they've got a health potion I can pick up afterwards. And then I think when we're done here, then we'll do Eternity of Pain. So Path B, which I'm actually going to have to do myself. All right. Thor: Love and Comedy. Thor Ragnarok was the peak. And I know there were a lot of people that had issues with Thor Ragnarok because they thought it was too funny. They thought it was too much like Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't understand those people. I don't mind comedy. I do not mind comedy in the context of the Marvel movies for the most part. Like, there might be 1 or 2 places where I have an issue with it, but for the most part, I feel like comedy is a good it's a good form of, you know, comic relief. Because sometimes situations suck and you need a little bit of levity to get yourself psychologically ready for the next thing you got to do. But you know, I mean, it has its place. You know, I think the people who complained about the Guardians movies, like, forget that, yeah, they're funny, but yeah, think about how they end, guys. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies end with the deaths of significant characters, all right? And to anyone that complains about baby and teenage Groot, you guys need to understand that that's not the same character, okay? That Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was a different character. He's dead, all right? So Rocket's tears at the end of Guardians are earned, all right? Baby Groot and now teenage Groot, whatever you want to call him, that's a different person, and they're raising that person as, like, you know, the baby, you know? Oh, I will go watch it. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I might do it Monday night. I might do it Thursday night. We'll see. I don't know. I do want to see it, though, and I do want to see it soon. So, but I mean, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 ends with Yondu's death. Hell, it ends with his funeral, all right? And again, it also ends with Rocket crying, you know? So, you know, the people who complain about the amount of comedy in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies don't get much sympathy from me. You know, they're like, I'm just like, you know, guys, you're complaining about movies where, you know, significant characters actually did die. You know, nope, I'm sorry, we wanted Path C. Yes, okay, there we go. Path C. This is why you always check, because you'll do an absent-minded professor like me. All right. Okay, so we're gonna grab these and go. All right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that from Najma at the end, like in the penultimate episode. And here's the thing, all right. For the most part, I liked Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel was really good. I actually liked that it introduced me to Middle Eastern and Pakistani culture that I don't know a lot about it. Okay, I'm still learning what Eid is, the holiday, you know. But I got an introduction to it through that show, and I think that is a net positive. But in my opinion, the weakest episodes, I think the first two episodes started off, and then episode 3 was just like, what the flip are you doing, people? They introduced Najma, I think, at the end of episode 2, and essentially turned her into Obadiah Stane in episode 3, which really pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I was like, Marvel needs to stop using this kind of character, okay? Like, yeah, I get that there's an advantage to doing it, and oh, I can come to you as an ally and then reveal my true colors, and it's like, well, if you were gonna do that, why didn't you just like grab her from the get-go and be all like, we are using you to do that, you know? Like, I don't know, like episode 3 of the show really kind of made me go, what are they doing here? But then they sent her to Pakistan. You get the origin story about Aisha, her great grandmother, and you basically find out that you know, that the reason, or at least one of the reasons, that the bangle works for Kamala is, and if any of you guys don't want to hear a very, very fairly potentially big spoiler that most people already know at this point, I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to get off stream here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But if you know, you find out that one of the reasons that Kamala can actually activate the bangle doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Aisha's origin. It may just have to do with the fact that she's a mutant. And so first of all, I was like, when my fiance and I were watching it, and I turned to her and I'm like, that's a big word to use in the MCU. That's a big deal. That's huge. And like, I thought that was great. And I thought that I thought that Cameron's difficulty in using his powers was also significant. It felt a little like him getting all violent and her calming him down. Like, that conflict did feel a little bit contrived, but I also feel that that's as much the fault of how they used Najma as it is, you know, anything else. And so I want to see more of Cameron and how he, because Cameron, in that case, I don't think they can logically call Cameron a mutant. I mean, I suppose they could decide, oh yeah, he's got some genetic mutation too, and that's why that was possible. I would feel like it's unearned though, because that was his mother who was the interdimensional being. You know, it's like, I think by this point, it's probably a bit strong in your genetics, you know? So I understand why they made Kamala a mutant over an Inhuman, though. Like, I agree with you, Lorson, that the MCU has treated the Inhumans criminally. Like, you know, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in a lot of ways, and I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a wonderful show. But it feels like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just may as well not have happened in a lot of ways. Like, they could have, without including Inhumans in the movies, they could have just included a line in any of the movies about how the Inhuman situation is another obstacle keeping the Avengers like focused on other problems, you know, because Hydra is their ball of wax or something. Like, they could have done that with like a single throwaway line, and they never did. And that's very telling of the problems that... I didn't replay, did I? I don't think I did. We'll find out in a second. That's very kind of indicative of the problems that Marvel Studios was having with Marvel Television, and how that division was a really big issue, you know? I don't think that means they did. I think Black Bolt is an Inhuman. I think that, and the reason that I think that is because Anson Mount returned to play the character. Because they made an Inhumans TV show that most people just forget ever existed. I myself have never seen it. And from what I'm told, that's time well spent on my part. But yeah, I think that in the 838 universe, though, Inhumans exist. And in 616, you know, because that's how the MCU has treated the Inhumans. So yeah, no, I do agree with you on that front. But I also think that Kamala being an Inhuman at this point is just inconsistent with the approach that the MCU has laid out. And I understand why they did it. I also think that it makes a good reason for them to change up Kamala's powers from how they were in the comic books, you know? So, yeah, no, I think given that kind of just a messy past, while I may not necessarily 100% condone that choice, I understand why they did it from a narrative perspective, and I think that it plays well enough that and Kamala is a young enough superhero that I feel like you can make this change to a like, you know, especially when you're switching mediums, to where it's like, I can roll with this, you know? I'm sorry, Lorson. I mean, I really am sorry. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think given everything that they've shown, they're just not going to do it. Especially, you know, with this Comic-Con announcement. I think the Inhumans will get their day. I really do. I think it'll be later rather than sooner, though. And I understand, like, your frustration is completely valid. Like, I get it. I understand. And, hey, Rab, I'm so sorry that I haven't acknowledged you yet. Welcome to the stream. I've just been getting really into this conversation that we're having. And here's what we're going to do, fellas. I'm only going to stream until 6 because I've got to take care of dinner for the household tonight. And I'm getting hungry. So we're going to take a few swipes at EOP now that I can. And then when we do tonight's stream, we'll make EOP a bigger part of it. I don't see myself beating EOP in the next 6 minutes. So, all right. They did the Inhumans dirty. I mean, they friggin' cut Medusa's hair. God damn it. That is some top. That is some A-grade, top-shelf BS. What they did. Okay. So, making Kamala a mutant makes the introduction of Inhumans much more messy. I mean, the issue that I would have with doing Inhumans now, especially outside of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is that you're going to have to do the Terrigen Mist again. And for moviegoers who have not seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's going to be a much more what the fuck moment. I shouldn't have said that, but whatever. God damn it. This is why I'm not going to beat EOP in 5 minutes, guys. like that. I'm just not used to that Bishop special too. So, but yeah, no, you're and you guys are right. They did the Inhumans dirty. But I would also say that that's a function of the Inhumans being put under the umbrella of Marvel TV before that was all folded into Disney Plus. You know, it was outside of the purview of one person, and you know, you can say what you want about Kevin Feige, but you know, the dude knows how to put a unified vision together. And you know, I mean, you can have all the issues that you want with that unified vision, but like, you know, like that was definitely part of the problem here. So you know, yeah, like, yes, there were definitely issues on that front. I'm not even gonna say that, but I mean, a lot of those issues come from a messy history, and unfortunately, that kind of thing factors into how cohesive the MCU gets to be at any given point. I was more than a little upset that we didn't get any X-Men announcements, because I think at this point they should be able to introduce the X-Men by 2025 or in 2025. So I mean, maybe Secret Wars is where that's going to happen, I guess. I don't know, but like, I don't know. Personally, I think that could have happened before then. But I also, you know, and for better or worse, you can say what you can think what you want of me at this point. But I mean, like, I trust Kevin Feige's storytelling. I trust Kevin Feige's overall narrative vision here, and I think I think at this point, you know, wait and see. That's what he's decided, so that's what we're gonna do. You know, the big point where I give Kevin Feige the finger is the 616 designation. All right, guys, we're gonna do a couple more fights, and then we're gonna wrap up this stream in the next 2 or 3 minutes here. I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me. I want to thank you guys for debating the MCU with me. I really, like, I appreciate your perspectives. I really do. I like knowing that there are people out there that are mad that the Inhumans haven't really gotten the introduction they deserve. I mean, I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a wonderful show that really deserved more love than it got from Marvel Studios. But I also, you know, I also understand that without the movies to make that introduction, it's problematic, you know? And so I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Oh, Wolf is here. Wolf, did I miss your intro earlier? I totally did. Welcome. I'm so sorry about that, my friend. I've just been getting so into this conversation that I've been ignoring parts of the chat. So my apologies for that. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. I think that I would like a lot more of my streams to focus on, instead of on me, like I like talking about the game and everything. I'm all for it, but like, I'm all about if you guys, you know, want to come in and talk about, like, you know, John Wick one night, or the overall direction of the MCU, or what you thought of movie X or something, you know, without doing too many spoilers, or as few of them as possible. You know, I could really go for that kind of interaction on these streams that isn't just the game. So yeah, you know, like, awesome. Yeah, I want to see Lockjaw too. I want to see him outside of the Inhumans show. So anyway, guys, it is 6 o'clock. I gotta go. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good evening. Oh God. And we've gotten a raid too. Oh, Tuscan Raider, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Bugman, welcome to the chat. I'm just now leaving though, unfortunately. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what. If you guys want to find another MCoC streamer, if any of my mods want to find someone and throw their stream in the chat, we can go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like just now leaving. I've got to go and take care of dinner for the household. I'll be streaming later tonight. I swear I will. I'll be streaming at about 8:30, so in about 2.5 hours, I'll be back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let you guys go. Is anyone else streaming? I'm the only one on. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, Herbie Dunn, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm an MCoC streamer. I also like to do Spider-Man and Marvel-related content. So, anyways, you guys have a good evening. I'm gonna let you go. I'll be back later tonight, so feel free to come back. But in the meantime, this is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good rest of the day. Bye!